Thank you, everybody, for this late night edition of Skip Scoop. We've got a very special guest this evening, but I'm gonna hold off on that. And before I get into our special guest, I want to give you a little recap of this weekend. We had an outstanding weekend down in Knoxville, Tennessee. We played 3 baseball games, came away with 2. I'd like to have had 3, but 2 was good enough. Hey, Friday. TC Nip was actually our hero on Friday. TC basically won the game by himself. He threw a guy out in the bottom of the 9th inning on a banger at the plate. They had a leadoff triple. The score was tied. They tag up an exciting play that throws him all the way out from right field, and then single-handedly put the team on his back, got a game-winning hit in the 13th, and the Hoosiers walk away with a 6-5 victory. Saturday, Blake Monar threw an absolute gem. The Hoosiers were trailing the host institution, Tennessee. We scored 3 runs in the top of the 8th, coming back from a dramatic win again, and a very good win for the program, and ended up tacking on another insurance run, but went away with a 6-3 victory. Sunday was not so good. Sunday was really not so good, and that's all I'm going to talk about that one, because I'm still reeling a little bit about that, so I can't even be humorous on that one on Skip Scoop and the late night at Skip Scoop. So, enough about that. Let's bring in our own, not to be outdone by the talk shows. Let's bring in our own Jack Hanna, because we have zookeepers that make their appearance. We have our own zookeeper. Apparently, I learned this weekend that we had a special little travel guest. So let's welcome our own Jack Hanna, Senior Dylan Swift.
Hey, Skip.
Thanks for joining us on Late Night with Skip Scoop.
Oh, glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Dylan, tell me a little bit about on that trip. I heard a lot of commotion, a lot of excitement on the back of the bus, and little did I know we had an extra little traveler.
Yeah, well, actually, Carlos, he's my pet flying squirrel, southern flying squirrel. He made his first trip. Jack Hanna got his first shot in Knoxville, Tennessee. So, we figured we'd bring Carlos along. He's a big part of the team. Hadn't been on a trip yet, so we got him out there, and I've actually got him with me.
I was going to say, could you happen to show our studio audience and the folks at home? Oh my God! And I get a little queasy with these things.
Don't touch him.
Will he bite?
No, he won't bite.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
So explain to me exactly, what are we dealing with here?
We're dealing with a southern flying squirrel.
Did you get a good shot of that?
Oh, there he goes, crawling around. See what we got here. Oh, he's up my shirt. But anyways, he's a southern flying squirrel, and he's named Carlos Estevez Swift after Charlie Sheen. That's his real name.
Charlie's having a little bit of his own trouble.
He's having some trouble right now, but we won't talk about that. But I brought along an exercise wheel for him. He's got a nice little.
Where did you happen to get Carlos? What's the?
I got him from San Antonio, Texas, over Christmas break. Really wanted to get a pet, but I knew we were going to be traveling. It's my senior season. I wanted to keep all the focus on baseball. But I live by myself, so I wanted a companion.
So, what did you, first get the idea that you were going to travel this without your head coach's knowledge?
Well, I really didn't plan on the head coach ever finding out, but no, it wouldn't be a big deal because I know his wife is a big pet person, and whatever Jamie says goes. So
that's absolutely true.
So I figured, worst case scenario, I'd be fine.
Well, I'll tell you what, since Carlos climbed up your shirt there, how about we'll take a commercial break, and when we come back, let's get a shot of Carlos so the friends can see it home, because it is a pretty unique animal.
Yeah.
So if you can stick around a little bit, we'll break the commercial and come right back.
Are you tired of coach speak? Do you want the real scoop? Try catching up with the Hoosiers with Dylan and Wes.
Join us on our blog for players' perspective on the season,
Funny stories from the road,
and a special guest appearance each week by a new player.
Okay, welcome back. Let's get a shot of Carlos here for the fans at home. I'll tell you what, that was a far reach for us to try to make the connection between talk show, David Letterman or Johnny Carson or whomever in our show. So I apologize if you didn't make that connection. David Letterman is from Indiana, but probably the only thing we have in common is our hair, if you can look at that. Hey, I want to let you know we want to give you an update on the gray hat that's been so popular this year. Kevin from New Jersey sent us a picture. He was proud to sport his new hat, so take a look at the photo here, and thanks, Kevin, for sending that in to the viewers to make sure they know we're good on what we say here at Skip Scoop. So getting to the questions of the week. This one comes from Tom from Wolcott, Indiana. When you use a relief pitcher as the DH, do you intend not to use him as the pitcher in that game? Typically, Tom, I would say that is the case. Sometimes you can leave the DH pitcher in the game and then you switch it to a 9-man lineup. But normally we do not plan on using the relief pitcher as the DH. Thank you for that question. This is from Mark in Michigan. How far in advance is the pitching rotation decided in a series, and where can fans find that information? Well, sometimes it's a game time decision based on how guys feel. Early in the season, we try to do things a little bit differently, shake that up. So there is no definitive answer. I would say you could follow my Twitter. If you go to our IU Baseball webpage, sometimes I'll put the pitching rotation on there for the professional scouts so you can see that. But I would say this, get to the game, flip a coin and see who's pitching. But as because again, we just can't decide sometimes too far in advance based on injuries. But as we get further into the season, you'll probably see us settle into a 3-man rotation. But thank you for your question, Mark from Michigan. This comes from Jamie, and I don't know where from. Looks like Bloomington, Indiana. Will there be a game where dogs will be allowed? I'll tell you what, Jamie, I think dogs are allowed every game. Correct me if I'm wrong, Kyle. But
that is correct.
Jamie, so Jamie, feel free to bring your dog out every game. We'd love to have you come out. This comes from John in Marengo, Indiana. I've noticed throughout your career, and specifically early this season, that you are not afraid to call for a bunt anywhere in the lineup. What are your thoughts on calling for a sac bunt in front of your big hitters such as Dickerson like you did in the UConn game? Were you ever concerned the intentional walk of taking the bat out of somebody's hands? It's a good question. I think a lot of things, John, factor into that decision. Specifically with the UConn game at that time, I think we were down 1-0. Our thought was at this point they've got a first-round draft pick on the mound. We had first and second. We felt our chances, even if they did decide to walk Dickerson, which they didn't, and he made him pay with a 3-run homer, but even if they had decided to walk him, I'll take my chances on a ball and play and them trying to turn a double play. And at that time, Sabrin struggled a little bit, and we thought we would give our other guys a chance to win the game. But it's just kind of a feel as the game is going. I don't think there's a right or wrong. But with the bats the way they are, you'll probably see the sac bunt play into a lot more this year. Are the BB-Core bats, this comes from Jeff in Kansas City, are the BB-Core bats having the impact on the college game that they thought they would? I would agree. I would say yes, Jeff. I think the BB-Core bats have made a big difference in how people are playing. Not as many game-saving 3-run homers as there have been in the past. Brings it back to real baseball, and I say that I'm a favor of that. But that comes again from Jeff from Kansas City. And folks, we love your questions. Keep them rolling. And make sure you tune in next week for Skip Scoop. I don't know if it'll be late night with Skip Scoop, but we appreciate your support and keep on coming back.